Hi guys, welcome to TCM Education and the last chapter of our Day Trading Explained series. This is the 14th and last chapter. However, we know that we didn't accomplish our mission, meaning we didn't have any chapters regarding the earnings season. So why is that? Because the earnings season kicks off in about 2 to 3 weeks. We'll need to add those chapters then. Those will be extra chapters. Then we don't have or didn't show you live trading. And why is that? Because we cannot show you live trading because we are blocked, being a new channel, by limitations according to whatever YouTube issues are with new channels. So that's why we cannot broadcast anything above, any video above 15 minutes. And we cannot go live, and there are other limitations and bureaucracy, but hopefully they will be lifted at one point. We don't know when, but YouTube, I guess, knows. So this 14-part series has a designated playlist in our channel. It's called Day Trading Explained Series, a 14-part series filmed for beginners or beginners friendly. And we're gonna try and promote it as much as we can, so as many of you will be able to take part. But before that, let's round things up and talk about things that are actually missing, small things from our presentation, for our 14 part series presentation. We didn't talk about trading accounts and platforms. And why is that? Because this series, we hope is going to be viewed by traders across the world, and it's impossible. I know that most of the traders will be, or viewers will be, from the United States. Some of you have already a trading platform. Some of you are looking for a trading platform. There is such an abundance of trading platforms, and being that I'm not even a US citizen, and I'm not trading a US trading platform, so how can I, refer to you to the trading platform that I'm not using? What I can tell you that I'm using for research, this Mumu, which is a Chinese platform, and it's you can open an account and trade with the Mumu in the US. I have to say that its research part is amazing. I don't know about execution and pricing. Again, being that I'm not either Chinese nor American. But the research part, which is very important for day traders, again, not the most important part. The execution is also very important. So I would say I can suggest that. If anybody is from other parts of the world, I can suggest other platforms from Israel, from Europe. Again, the regulation is so complicated, and there is European regulation and US regulations, I guess Far East regulation, and so long and so forth, and the PDT rule that applies to US citizens but does not apply to foreigners. Okay, now let's talk about some other issues that we saw. Trading accounts and platforms, I didn't talk about, but you know why. Pre and after market, this is a topic that I also did not discuss. Why I didn't discuss it? Because to me, there is no pre and after market. As a day trader, you have 6.5 hours between 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. to trade. If you cannot trade successfully in 6.5 hours, where you can trade stocks that have 5 million shares minimum of volume, and they develop technical patterns, and you can use the stop loss order, and you can use a stop order or limit order or market order, trading in the pre-market where you cannot use any order other than a limit, and you don't have a stop loss, and the institutional traders are not trading alongside you, and obviously the volumes are zero, doesn't make any sense. It's like driving a car from the 50s, and I agree that at some points it will get you there, but the risks involved of I don't know, engine breakdown, or a tire blowing off, if I can use this analogy. So again, You can make money trading the pre-market, you can make money trading the trading day, you can make money in the aftermarket. If you know how to make money in the pre-market, good for you, and maybe you don't need to trade the 6.5 hour trading day, and that's great. Most of us don't know how to trade the pre-market and don't want to take the risk, and think that if this is your job to be a day trader, do day trading, not do pre-market day trading or aftermarket, whatever, gambling we can call it. And we've been there. Some of you guys that have been with our trading room in the past, we know that we used to take bets on stocks that are reporting earnings, and things went sometimes well, but most of the time they didn't, because it's betting basically. So pre and aftermarket, no go, don't trade. That's our suggestion. And again, being that everybody is accountable for its own account and money, and you can do whatever you want, we strongly suggest, do not trade the pre-market and do not trade the aftermarket, and trade the normal regular session, and you should be fine. Now, we didn't talk about spreads in stocks. The reason for that, because spreads change all the time, and this is going to be part of our real time. When you're going to come in live, it can be tomorrow. I don't know when YouTube is going to allow us to start broadcasting live. It can be tomorrow, maybe in 3 months, maybe never. I don't know. This is ridiculous the way things are going here, but we are posting, hoping that they will lift this ban from us, and had 0 rejections so far, but there's no one to talk to, so that's it. We didn't talk about orders, how to enter a position. Okay, why? Because it has to do with the spreads. Most of the time, because we're talking about stocks. Let me go back to the list here, and let's go to the long list, and you remember the 16 names or whatever. Each stock that makes it to this list is trading at least 5 million shares. So you can trade it with a limit order, you can trade it with a market order. Sometimes there are stocks, I have to agree, that trading them with a market order doesn't make any sense. Like this one, BMNR, the stock that went up 100% in one day or whatever, 130%. Why you cannot trade it with a market order? Again, it's very spready, very thin. Despite the volume, the liquidity per cent is very limited. Okay, so there are those issues. If you are a beginner, you stay away from those triple-digit movers, and you must stay away from those who are spready, which is 99% of them. So because a stock like this can move against you $5 to $10 in 2 minutes, and you don't want to be a part of that. And again, you can be up 50% on your position in a stock like this, but you can also lose 30% of your position. So that's something that's beyond our scope. It doesn't happen very often. From time to time we see those stocks. Those are really not the type of stocks that a beginner should be trading. A beginner should be trading stocks that are not spready. What I mean not spready? Up to 5 cents of spreads. If you're talking about a $200 stock, up to 10 cents of spreads. But if it gets ridiculously spready, like half a dollar, a dollar, or in this case of BMNR, the spreads open up to $2 at one point. So don't do it. Again, it doesn't represent day trading, this 100% move in BMNR. Again, we show it for, let's call it educational purposes, but it's not a normal thing. Let's put it this way. Nor are the risks involved with such a trade. So basically, we are promoting a platform where you trade, like I said, anywhere between 3 and 7 or 8 positions per day. You try to take the maximum risk of 1% per trade, and you apply yourself according to your account. So being that you're trading very liquid stocks and you're trading percentages, it doesn't matter if the stock is $1,000 and the position is $10,000, so you buy 10 shares, or the stock is $10 and then in that case you buy 1,000 shares. Okay, the only thing that matters is commissions, but we're not going to get into this matter anymore again. So $10,000, 1% of risk. It doesn't matter if your share price is $100 or $10 or $1,000. The risk should be the same, give or take the spreads and the slippage. And obviously there will be some slippage. But the concept overall, again, and I'm coming back to our list again, because this is a list that's been under the pressure of so many attributes. Okay, so the attributes are important when for a stock to make it to this list. And let's go back to the list, and you can see here on the hold on a second, guys. So you can see here on the list what we require. Price over $10. I am repeating it maybe 5 times already during the class, or maybe 10 times, but stay with me. We want the price change to be above 5%. We want the volume to be above 5 million. 5 million. To make it to this list, 5 million shares. Therefore, the liquidity problem and the slippage problem are most of the time avoided unless there are special, very, very special circumstances like this stock BMNR. Okay, so it doesn't happen very often where a stock is up 100% intraday, in actually half a day. And we require this super important indicator, or let's call it factor or attribute, or whatever you want to call it, range percentage. I don't know how to call it yet. Okay, range percentage to be above 5%, and in some lists above 10%, which means it's perfect. The stock is perfect for day traders. The timing is obviously matters here. So now that we are coming so close to the end, but it's not really the end. So we are here. We will willing to hear from you. We cannot answer the telephone because then we'll go crazy, and there are so many hecklers and crazy people that are calling around the clock. But we can use the email, or you can use our email. So do use our email. We'll answer 100% of the normal questions. No question asked. Obviously, this service is not costing you anything. This whole series is something that we'll do to increase the view of in our channel, which is very, very new. And we believe in the strength of the content here, which is built on many years of watching charts. This is why the name is the Charts Maverick, and this is why you don't see faces. Faces are irrelevant, and now a super important thing that summarizes what is day trading. Day trading is a do thing. You know, you do. You don't talk about day trading. You do. You buy and sell and watch charts. It's basically like driving, like flying a plane, like operating heavy machinery, like being a surgeon. So it's a do thing. You need to do the thing. In order to do the thing, you need to look at the patient. So if a surgeon is talking about surgery in front of a camera, how would you learn from it? You want to learn from this surgeon, you have to go with him into the surgery room and look how he cuts open a guy, takes out his spleen or whatever he does, and that's how you learn. So you cannot learn from people that are talking to you. You have to learn from people, I think, like us, that are talking about what's happening in the chart, because that's where you learn. You cannot learn from me anything if you look at me. Trust me, I cannot teach you anything other than to look at the chart and make a better decision.